Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the run.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run.
Aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Going to swing it on second down. Fires left. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers! Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Auburn! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Handoff from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got enough for the 1st. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play.
Turning it on! How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Surging forward on the sneak. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. The quick out.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the yards with their football? A little ballet moment. And in this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to get the edge on the right. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Back to pass. This one's complete.
And these little slots are so fast, and they can stretch the whole field. They make you just sit back on your heels. They make you nervous, really. But then they break those in-breaking routes where it shows his number to the quarterback really quickly and make the play. These slot receivers are just so dynamic.
Motion from the back. Takes it from the gun on third down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The play fake on first down to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab down the left side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Trying play action. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his big tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. This time tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think the head coach might need to have a talk with his QB and just try to get him settled down because he looks out of sorts right now. He's already thrown 2 picks. He tried to throw that ball off his back leg. The coach needs to get his QB settled because he seems like he's rattled right now.
So now it's 2nd and long.
42, Spider. 45.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. This time on target. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, South Carolina. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They go 83 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down. Everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with this target.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Over late in the half, and a They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Just a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the 1st half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So it's an 80-yard drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Going for the big play. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point was good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And the Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're dealing with a second and long.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Just keep slinging it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The Gamecocks will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
And some room to work. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They're working that left side. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To the air on 1st down. He's got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's caught. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
The Gamecocks need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
The Tigers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
325.
Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Connection to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
4-2 Spider.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Off-play action on 1st down. Starts to scramble to the left. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Nebraska is just getting blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 15 to North Carolina. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Off-play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the...
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They just keep firing. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Tigers are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Man, the receiver right now is just living rent-free in that cornerback's head. Early in the game, caught a bunch of in-breaking routes. Now he catches the corner route. He can run the entire route tree, and right now, he's just running wild.
And now this offense on first and goal has a chance to break the tie late. Quarterback keeper. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Auburn lines up quickly. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his target down the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a this late in the game.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Gonna swing it on second down. It's complete on the right side. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wants to go up top on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads. You can tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. Barrels ahead. And they get him down.
You talk about risk-reward. You want to be aggressive and just go for the win now late. Instead of tying it up, they come up short. And if they don't get the onside kick, this thing's over, and they're leaving here with an out.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Pollack.